Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is JL for those of you that may not know, and I am so excited for today's video because we are going to be doing a shop my stash. I have some new things that I'm trying out. I have some old goodies. I'm just so excited to be able to play around in some makeup with all of you and to just, have some fun. As always, it is a busy place where I am, so you might hear some things in the background. We're just going to keep it moving and keep on going and have as much fun as possible. Also, I have this really yummy candle burning. It's from Target. It is the Bourbon pumpkin candle from that, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's a Jungle House collection. So yummy, so delicious, very much fall vibes. Just wanted to shout that out because I am living my best life right now. So why don't we go ahead and get started. Okay, so over here is where I keep all of my foundations. I have some of my higher end foundations like my NARS Lancome, Too Faced. I have Rare Beauty over here. I have a bunch of them down here. These are like all my high end foundations. And then I keep my drugstore foundations down here. And I have this little cream to powder one from Black Opal. This one isn't necessarily my color except for like when I'm very fair, and I'm not very fair right now, so I'm not going to be reaching for this one. I'm in between the e.l.f. and L'Oreal. I think I'm going to go with the L'Oreal because it's been a longer time since I've used this since I used this. This one is a little bit more glowy, and I do want everything to look very glowy today, but I think that if I pick the right primer, I'll be able to kind of get the look anyway, and I just haven't used these two in so long, so I think that I'm going to go in with this. I tend to just mix these two shades to get my exact shade, and I just, I think it's going to work out well. So because I know that those two are going to be what I mix together for my foundation, I need to pick out my primer and concealer now. I actually used this the other day and I really liked it. So I think I'm going to just use this again. It just gave me a nice pore filling mattified type look around my nose area where I get extra like oily. I have a few options for like a more luminizing primer or hydrating primer, and I'm going to go in with this one from Dr. Brandt. It's a Luminizer primer, Pores No More, and I just really like this one from what I can remember. It's been a minute since I used it, but I do know that it has like a little bit of a pearlescence to it, and I think it's going to do exactly what I need. For concealer, we have some fun little cute options here. For concealer, we have some drugstore and we have some higher end. I always reach for the Pat McGrath. It's not in this drawer right now because I separated it out for another video I'm going to be filming this week. But I think I'm going to go in with one that I haven't used in a minute, maybe one or two. So I think I'm going to actually look over at the drugstore end. I think I'm going to mix and match with these concealers right now. I'm going to pull all three out and just kind of see. So I have the options of shades, but I really like this Ruby Kisses concealer. It's much closer to my skin tone, and then I have these two e.l.f. concealers that are lighter. I'm going to see which ones kind of work best for me today, but yeah, I'm going to do some combination of the Ruby Kiss and e.l.f. I'm going to be using the Prime Beauty Powder. I just really loved it. It's so pretty. Mine is in the shade Honey Love. I'm going to be picking this up today. This is a little sneak peek of what I'll be filming in a couple of days, so keep your eyes out for a new Black on Monday coming up next week. But yeah, I'm going to go in with this one today. For blush, I'm going to do this duo. This is the Laura Mercier blush right here, and then the Milani Cheek Kiss in the shade 140 Rose Romance, and the Laura Mercier shade is Rosé. I have a bunch of new products that I've been wanting to try out, and this is where I keep them all at. So I have this one from Alamar Cosmetics. It's the Hydrating Complexion Trio, and it looks like this. So I'm going to try this out today for bronzer. And then for my highlight, I have these three beautiful highlights from Nabla that I've been just really wanting to try. For lips, I've just been really loving the Velvet Lip Perfector from Clarins, so I'm definitely going to go in with some more of this. And I haven't picked out a lip liner yet, but I want to try out this lip gloss from Catrice. It's technically their liquid balm, but it's basically just like a shimmer gloss. And these are three of the other things that I've picked out. I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow with a Carnival, the Antidote palette with Stacey Marie today. I just love this palette, but I haven't gotten a chance to use it as much as I have wanted to. So I'm going to be doing some stuff with these like pinky purple shades today, which I think will be really, really pretty. For my face powder, I'm going to go in with the Lip Bar TLB's Set the Tone finishing powder, and then I'm going to be trying out the Danessa Myricks Power Bronzer today. This is a cream bronzer. Okay, so I'm actually going to just speed through my brows. You all have seen me do them so many times at this point. I don't think it's necessary to do them again with so much detail, but I've been really enjoying this UOMA Beauty baby hair Brow-Fro situation, so I'm going to be going in with this. I think that I probably could have picked something different that I haven't used in a while, but this has just been working for me so well, and I probably am going to go and get my brows touched up this weekend, so I figured why not use something that I know I can like work with and speed through and not be overwhelmed. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right, so brows are done. Really loving the way that this has been looking lately. I went in with the Danessa Myricks Colorfix. What is it called? This one, the Danessa Myricks Colorfix Nudes in the shade number 5. I've been really enjoying just Danessa Myricks in general. But yeah, definitely excited for this. I'm actually going to mix this together with my Louise base, and I'm going to prime my lids. I have a more specific look that I want to go in with today, and I think that mixing these two together will give me the exact base that I need. Also, while we're here, since I'm just going to like mix this together as a bit of an update, I did discover, I think I put it in the video like in like a little subtitle area, but I did discover for sure that the Alamar Cosmetics eye primer was the like contributing factor to me having so many issues in my last video. So I've been using the other palette, and I didn't use it like in a very broad way. Like I didn't do some like super glam look with a Supreme bronze palette from Artist Couture, but I did decide to just like use it lightly for like a very quick like in the crease neutrals, and when I tell you it blended out so effortlessly, it was so flawless, like it was not an issue at all, and that just really let me know that unfortunately that Alamar Cosmetics primer was just not working. I have looked it up to see if other people kind of had the same issue, and what I've seen from people is a lot of people have said like use it more so to lay down pressed glitters, like you know how you get those glitters in the palette and they're all those like pressed glitters, and sometimes they might not adhere as well without a base, and they were saying that because it's so sticky, something like that is going to work really well for like your pressed glitter shades and just make sure that they pop and stay in place. So I'm going to keep it and try it out for that and see how that works, and if it works then I might have just discovered like my new favorite thing to use when I don't want to use like my glitter primer, you know what I mean? So just as a like little hint to everybody, the Danessa Myricks and the Louise products work really, really well together. They blend really well together, and they just create like really great eyeshadow bases. So as I already mentioned, I'm going to be going in with my BPERFECT Cosmetics x Stacey Marie Carnival, the Antidote palette. I used this in my first video back, and I love it. It's such a beautiful palette. I went in with the greens, and I haven't had a chance to just go in and like use some of these warmer tones, and I've just been so like craving, like mouth-watering craving them. So I am going to go in right now, and that's what we're going to use. We're going to kind of focus on this section over here and just really bring a look to life. So the look that I'm doing today is one that I feel like I've been seeing so many people doing lately. It's just very beautiful and very like just glam but simple at the same time. I've seen Makeup by Alina do it. I've seen Michaela Nonguerera do it. I've seen Makeup by Hand do, or Blend by Hand, Hannah Willis. I've seen so many people doing this type of look, and I just really wanted to try it out. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm going to start off with the shade Auburn. Ooh, there's so many beautiful shades. Oh my gosh. I think I'll start off with the shade Sweet Cheeks. Yeah, I think I only need 2 shades. So I'm going to start off with the shade Sweet Cheeks, which is this just really pretty like maroon shade right here. And I'm going to take a little tiny pencil brush for precision, pop this like in this inner area of the eye. I'm kind of, we'll see how this goes. I'm trying to create like a little illusion type situation, so we're gonna see how this goes. I also realized that in my past few videos, I've had a tendency to go like right up here. You couldn't see anything because my camera kind of blurs out and I'm all the way in the corner. So I'm trying to make sure I don't do that this time. I kind of want to deepen this shade up already. This is like very pretty, but it's much more like pink than I was expecting, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. But because of that, I'm kind of doing it like a half moon shape. I'm going to actually go in with the shade Aubergine, which is this like deeper red shade. Not even red shade, it's like a deeper like maroon shade down here. Also, can we just talk about the blendability of this? Like, look at the pigment. This is so effortlessly pigmented and the shadows are so creamy. They just blend beautifully and it works so well. I love this palette so much. And then doing the same exact thing, I'm going to go on the bottom and I'm just going to take the shade Aubergine. I'm going to skip that like lighter pink shade and I'm just going to kind of wing out my bottom lash line a bit. I'll be able to clean this up more later on, but this is just going to help me get that color down. Okay, now that I have that down, I'm going to take this shade Bonbon, which is just this very pretty pink shade right here, and I am going to start blending these little lines out that we have. So this is not exactly how I wanted it to turn out. I actually made to bring this top part over so much, but it happened. So I'm going to just roll with it and let this be its own thing. Next time that I do this, I'm probably going to put a little bit less product down the first time and shorten that line, because as I was blending it out, I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot that when I blend this, it needs somewhere to go. So it came over a little bit further than what I had originally intended, but that's okay. We still have a pretty cool shape going here, and it still looks pretty. I want to add a little bit of a pink shade now. So I'm going to take this shade Oyster, which is just this really gorgeous pink shade right here. It looks white with all of the lights on it, but it's not. It's like a very pearlescent, pretty light, like Barbie pink. And I'm going to just take the other side of this brush, go right in and start laying that shade down. I'm not going to actually like cut my crease, but I will probably pick up another brush just to make sure I have the precision that I need. So yeah, I'm going to spray my brush and go in with a more flat edge precision brush. But I mean, she came through. So I did just spritz my brush with some Fix Plus. And don't worry if you're like, oh, you're gonna lose this little bit down here. We're gonna reinforce it, but I wanna make sure that I get this shimmer nice and bright. It's literally 3 shades and just blending back and forth and making sure that you take your time to blend out the shadows as best as possible. And then what you're left with is this absolutely stunning eyeshadow look. I mean, wow. Okay, wow. That's beautiful. So I'm just picking up this shade Bonbon, that light pink shade again, and I'm just going to reinforce this shadow a bit. Make sure that we don't lose any of that beautiful pink in there, and just blend it out a bit more. Futuristic vibes. Like, this is if they were to do like a new, please don't do it. If they were to do like a new Xenon, girl of the 21st century, or Xenon, I don't even know, they had the Zequel already, so like what would the fourth one be called? This is what it would be. This is very like futuristic, but it's very cute. And I think this is something where, like, if you do it with neutral tones and you even left like the lid part actually matte, how stunning. We're going to do that. That's going to happen. So I'm going to be picking up this Evio Beauty Pore-Fect. Yeah, what? Pore-Fect base. No, Pore-Fect primer, Pore-Fect base, and it's a matte finish. That's what I'm using today. We're going to just pop this. So I am going to just pop this into my T-zone area because I need it. And I just have I really liked this the first time that I used it because it just was giving me exactly what I needed, but it felt like a moisturizer rather than feeling like some thick crap that I was putting on my face and that wasn't blending, which I have to say, like, I used to love that Urban Decay optical illusion, and I don't know, maybe it's just that mine's old. Maybe that's what it is. It's because it is. I'm gonna be honest. But it just like does not sink into my face the way I need it to, and it just wasn't giving what I needed it to give. It was not giving what the girls said that it would. Not anymore, at least. But this is doing something for me. I am having a little bit of peeling here though. Didn't have that before. That also could be me. Sometimes I use skincare stuff that like has like some exfoliating properties, and I'll forget that I did that, and then I have to like address it later, and I'm like, oh yeah, forgot I did that. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer base. So I'm excited for this. I really like Dr. Brandt. I definitely don't check for the Dr. Brandt products as much as I should, but I am a fan. I went ahead and just did some color correcting off camera, which is something that I always do, so it's not like anything new or unheard of. I use the same products that I always use. Like I said in my last video, and I say in most of them, if you want to know exactly what those steps are, make sure you go ahead and check out my Flawless Foundation Base Cream products, and I show you exactly what I do. I am going to be doing an updated foundation routine because I've had some stuff that I've been really loving lately for like an everyday, super simple, super natural base, but that's going to be down the line. Okay, we're going in with this L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Freshwear foundation. This also has SPF 25 in it, and I'm just going to shake these up because it's been a minute. And we're going to go ahead and use them. I always like to spray my brush with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist before I go in. It just does wonders. I also really like the Beauty Bakery one. The only thing about that is that has a scent, and the scent is like a little strong. It does dissipate, but it is scented. And I do find that, yeah, this is a good mix. I do find that if I spray it directly on my brush and I don't like wash my brush right away, the scent can set in, and it kind of makes like, it doesn't smell that great after, you know, you're just mixing it with a bunch of products and stuff. And then I have to like, if I don't remember to do it, I'll pick up my foundation brush and just, you know, go in to use it. And then I'm like, what is that smell? And it's just not the most pleasant. But I do also really like that setting spray because I think that it does a good job. It's very similar to this where it gives you that nice like glowiness, but it also does a good job of like helping makeup to stay into place. So it's kind of like a, you know, it's a catch-all in a way. I'm just going to take my sponge and I'm going to just go over top and really press this into my skin. I probably could have gone in with a little bit more of the Honey Bisque shade, or whatever the lighter shade was. I probably could have gone in with a little bit more of that, just because if I wasn't wearing this sweater, you would definitely see like more of a difference between my face and my chest. And you definitely can, like when I'm not under all the lights, but that's okay. I am going to pick up the Ruby Kisses Pure Mineral High Def Concealer in the shade Rich Beige. I really like this. My mentor and friend Michelle introduced me to this. So now I'm going to pick up this e.l.f. concealer. This is in the shade Medium Sand. I also have this one in the shade Light Beige. I don't know that I'll go into that because I don't know that I need that much concealing. But I'm going to just take a little bit of this. And honestly, a little bit of this truly does go a long way. This is a pretty full coverage concealer. While I let that sit, I'm actually going to go in and do a little bit of cream contouring. So I have this Danessa Myricks Power Bronzer. This is in the shade Deep. I quite possibly could have gotten a lighter shade now that I'm thinking about it. I'm like, this is pretty dark, and I've seen other people use it, and they are much deeper than me, and they use this shade. So this might be a little bit too dark. It's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. But look at how it looks like melted chocolate. The appeal. I'm going to go in with, this has like, I haven't used it, this just has old product on it. I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques brush. This is what I always use when I'm doing my cream contour. And I'm just going to pick up some product and let me tap off a little bit on the back of my hand just in case. I'm just going to go, oh, I like that. So this is meant to be more of like a mattified product. This is very deep. I definitely could have gone a little bit lighter. This is probably going to be something that I'm going to have to use like underneath my foundation. I like it. I think it looks really, I already can tell that I like it. But yeah, this is going to be like a underneath the foundation type of product from now on, because it is quite deep. Well, maybe, we'll see. Blending it out, I'm not having as many issues. Okay, so something that's really amazing about this product is that it is like definitely super pigmented. I don't need too much of it whatsoever, but because it's Danessa and she is a makeup artist and she understands like how products need to work, much like Pat McGrath. I mean, Pat McGrath obviously is the queen of that, but she makes these products work in a way where, yes, you'll get like a big punch of pigment, but it doesn't require a lot of work for you to like blend it and make it come together. So for my first time using this, very highly impressed. Before I forget, and since I have like a tendency to forget to do it, I'm going to go ahead and pop on some of this liquid blush from Kiss. This is in the shade Rose Romance 140. And I'm just going to pop that on the back of my hand and take my sponge and blend it on in. I know that some people like to just go right in on the face. I don't, and the only reason is because sometimes products can react strangely when you go straight on the face, and I feel like I can make it work for the most part if it is a bronzer, you know? I can make that work. I can figure out how to go over that. But when it comes to a blush, you can get into a world of trouble sometimes, and rather than put myself through that, I just like to pop it on my hand so I can kind of control the amount of product that I'm using and make sure that everything looks the way that I want it to look, you know? Let's go in now and set the face down. I'm gonna do the teensiest bit of baking, just because I kind of feel like it, you know, and just clean up this little contour area, because we don't need to bake for long. I do like a mini bake, like a mini bake oven. That's what I do. Let's go in and do a little bit of bronzing so that we can really bring all this together. So this Hydrating Complexion Trio, I actually totally forgot that it does have like a really beautiful shade that I could put under my eyes. Not going to, obviously, because I already went ahead and did the setting down. I'm gonna go in with the shade Cinnamon Sugar. I think this is going to be a really good bronzer shade for me. Yeah, that's pretty. Almar, something that I've definitely noticed about them is they really understand like good tones. Obviously, the company's based in Miami and it's made by people of color. It is a Latina-owned brand. And so there's just like this extra amount of like understanding, I feel like, that comes with knowing just how things can look so beautiful when they look so warm and bronzed and toasty. If you hear my stomach growling, you know what time it is. It's time for me to hurry up and wrap this video up because I need to eat. This is the Laura Mercier Rosé blush. I just want to give myself just a touch more. Why not? All right, I'm going to spritz my face down before I go in with any additional product because I want to make sure that that highlight really pops. All right, we're going to be trying out this Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder. It's a very beautiful, interesting claim there. But yeah, it's supposed to be, these products are just supposed to be really good. And I keep on hearing people talking about Nabla. I've never used them, but because I hear about them so much, I was like, why don't I give it a good old college try? What it looks like, so pretty. Oh my goodness. Maybe it's a shade that I have. Is this more of like a blush shade than it is a highlight shade? I don't know that I'm getting like the beaming icicle-ness that I was hoping for. Like it's pretty and I'm seeing a glow, but I just knew I was gonna like have this like next level shimmer happening, and it's not. I'm going to go in with the shade Privilege, which is like a more kind of like champagne-y color, and see if maybe it's just that this is more of like a shimmer blush and this one is more of like the actual highlight. Okay, this is giving me what I need. Okay, so I think it's just that shade because it's a bit more pigmented, a bit more pink. I think that one, it's still like subtle. It's not, I don't know. I think I just really thought this was going to be like beaming from outer space. And I was kind of excited about it. It's still very pretty, but that actually is good to know because it means that they're just a little bit more wearable, because a beaming highlight is not necessarily wearable for every single person. And as you can see, I'm adding more and more, and it's still looking very like nice and subtle. It's not looking crazy. So this is the glow that we have, a nice subtle glow. It's there, but it's not like out of this world. I'm going to take this LA Girl LineArt because I just want to do a little teensy bit of liner just to make sure that the lashes blend. I think I'm gonna use these Tony lashes from Makeup by Tammy. So I will pop those on. All right, I actually switched out the lashes. I'm going in with the Flutter lashes in the style Intoxicating. You'll see them when they're on my eye. I remember when those were actually like Jaclyn Hill's favorite lashes back in the day. And I just picked them up because she always talked about them and they always sounded so interesting. And now I'm wearing them. Look at that. All right, I've been really loving this lip liner from LA Girl. This is in the style Gingerbread. I'm going to go in with this first, pop on my product and, you know, blend it out. Okay, for lips, I have truly just been loving this Clarins Velvet Lip Perfector in the shade 01. So I'm going to add this right on in. For gloss, I'm going to be trying out this powerful liquid lip balm in the shade Pearly Peach. This is from Catrice. That's pretty. Wow, it's very pretty. I do feel some of the like shimmer particles, which is unfortunate because I can't stand when you can like feel them on your lips. So that's not like the most comfortable, but I actually do really like the shade. I think the shade is really nice. That's all right. I'm gonna pop on my lashes, do my lower lash line, and I will be right back. All right, y'all, and this is the completed look. I am so happy with how this look turned out. Genuinely so beautiful. If you're curious, I went ahead and just wrapped that base shade Aubergine down along the lower lash line, and then I popped this LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Vivid, which just is really pretty purple, and I popped that along my lower lash line just to kind of give it a little something something. But this is the completed look, and I am honestly super here for it. I think it looks really pretty. I think it has like a nice pop. It's wearable, but it's also like a little bit fun, and it's something that you could totally wear out if you're going out somewhere. I just think it looks really nice, and I'm really excited to try this out with other products, like some neutrals, and do like some like holiday glam. I already have some looks and some ideas and some hairstyles and outfits picked out, so I'm excited to show you all of that. If you would like to see more of this, please let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, also please let me know by giving it a thumbs up, commenting down below, and making sure that you hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. Let me pop my ring back on so I have like a full look. I had so much fun playing around with makeup with all of you today, and just really playing around with some new products and some old products. Sometimes I get into this place where like I get so obsessed with certain products and I forget to reach for other ones. And even though I did reach for, like I said, some newer products that I tested out with all of you today, I had a lot of fun looking at some of the older products that I really enjoyed, like this foundation, for example, that is so beautiful and it's affordable and it's from the drugstore, and it's something that, you know, I just haven't reached for in a while. So also this blush is so good and I don't talk about it enough or use it enough. So now I definitely need to like remind myself, hey, use that blush because it's so good. But yeah, I'm really happy. The only thing that I think was like kind of a letdown was this lip gloss. But honestly, now that it's been on my lips for a while, I'm not even feeling those particles anymore. So it's really not that big of a deal. But everything I really enjoyed. I haven't even worn these lashes in so long and they're so pretty. They're so pretty. So yeah, I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I really, really am. I think this is such a look. It's so pretty. And I think that it's something that I will definitely be doing more and more and trying out different versions of it. So here we go. All right, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, again, please make sure to let me know. I will see you all in my very next one. And as you saw as a little hint earlier when I was showing you some of the products that I picked out, we do have a Black Owned Monday coming up this Monday, so make sure you stay tuned and are hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out on that. I will see you all in my next video. Until then, Bye, my loves.
Don't take it personal, we just building. It's my season, lay foundation, make a name for generations. Please and make a, then take a break or a little vacation.